What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another GTA 5 online video. So guys, today we are doing a review on the P-996 Lazer, and we're also going to do a comparison with the Hydra, because whenever you make a video about the Lazer, you also have to bring up the Hydra, of course. So first of all, if you want to get the Lazer, you can get it on Warstock this week also with a discount of 30%. So normally it's 6.5 million that you're paying, and this week it's 4.5 million, which is still very expensive, especially if you keep in mind that you can also get lasers just from the military base for free, of course. So when you get the Lazer, it's a Pegasus vehicle, so the first time that you will request it, you will have to call Pegasus, it will drop it off somewhere, and then if you have a hangar, you can put it in the hangar, and from that moment it will be a personal vehicle. Of course, if you don't have a hangar, every time you want to request it, you will have to call Pegasus, which is kind of annoying because the spawn locations for Pegasus, obviously, they're not that good. So then when you put it in the hangar, you then have the option to modify it. Top left, it says right on D-pad to modify aircraft. But for the Lazer, it's only the paint job. So the primary and the secondary color. For the Hydra, by the way, it's the same, just the color. Also, for example, for the Buzzard. Basically, all the older aircrafts in the game, they only have the paint job that you can modify. If it's a Pegasus vehicle, only the paint job that you can modify. So now that the Lazer is a personal vehicle, you can also go to the interaction menu, you can go to vehicles, and then it will say request personal aircraft. And over here you can actually request the Lazer. And this will have much better spawn locations than when you call Pegasus. Also, if you still use the trick where you just request the Sparrow, right after you request the Lazer, it will spawn right in front of you. I don't know how long this trick will still stay in the game, but right now it's still working. Now when your personal aircraft gets destroyed, you will have to call Morse Mutual, or else it won't be in your hangar anymore, and then you have to pay 1k to basically claim it back, which is not a lot, but if you use it as a Pegasus vehicle, you never have to pay anything. So now let's compare a couple of things from the Lazer to the Hydra. So first of all, the acceleration and the takeoff. Now a lot of you guys probably know that the Lazer is a lot better when it comes to acceleration. So over here, just on the landing strip of the airfield, you guys can already see it. The Lazer has a very big head start. It took 19.54 seconds, while for the Hydra it was 22.32 seconds, which is actually a 3-second difference. Then also, if we compare them when they're already at speed, we actually notice that the Hydra is 2 seconds faster on the same airstrip. The Hydra, by the way, has a max speed of 209 miles per hour, while the Lazer has a max speed of 195 miles per hour. So that's a difference of 14 miles per hour between the two aircrafts. If we take a look at the armor, 2 guided missiles for the Lazer, and for the Hydra it's actually the exact same. Also, the Lazer and the Hydra, they can both take 1 RPG rocket as well, so that's also the same. And then finally, when it comes to explosive rounds, it's also 2 bullets for both of them. So the armor of both the Hydra and the Lazer is exactly the same. So on the armor, we can't really say anything. We can't say which one is better. The next thing we have to take a look at is, of course, the weapons. So for the Lazer, it has explosive rounds and then also the guided missiles. And for the Hydra, it's actually the exact same. So for the guided missiles, for the Hydra and the Lazer, they're actually the exact same. They're pretty good. The fire rate is a little slow, I have to say, but the tracking of the missiles is definitely not bad. The only difference that there really is between the Lazer and the Hydra is that the range of the Hydra missiles is a lot shorter, but this is only if you're not locking on. So if you don't really use the missiles while you're not locking on, it's not that big of an issue. Now for the explosive rounds, there is a difference. It's small, but it's also important. So if we take a look at the explosive rounds from the Lazer, we can see that the cannons are on the top, and they also have a distance between them. So over here with the Hydra, you can see that the cannons are much closer to each other. Now this difference, it basically means that with the Hydra, it will be a lot harder, or just harder, not a lot harder maybe. It will be harder to hit your target because the cannons are closer to each other, so the area that you're hitting on the ground will be smaller. Now this also means that for the Hydra, because it's closer to each other, the cannons, that means that you have a more dense beam of basically explosive rounds. So if you hit your target, it will do more damage. But personally, I find it easier to hit my targets with the Lazer because you just have a bigger area on the ground that you're hitting. Now the next difference is basically that the Hydra, it has the hover mode, it has the helicopter mode where it can go vertically, and the Lazer doesn't have this, so obviously if you look at this, the Hydra is better. So this is definitely useful if you're trying to land somewhere in a tight area. Also, maybe you can use it in combat. Personally, I don't do it. Maybe if you want to turn around fast, you can use it. But definitely, it's something that the Hydra has and the Lazer doesn't. Then another thing we also can look at is basically how it flies. And I have to say, it's pretty similar. You do notice that the Lazer is a little easier to handle, but it's not really a big difference. So to sum it up, the Lazer, it has a faster acceleration, it takes off faster, it's easier to handle, and it's easier to hit your targets with the explosive rounds. The Hydra, it has the hover mode, so the helicopter mode. It's cheaper, the trade price is 3 mil compared to the 6.5 mil of the Lazer, so that's less than half. That's actually crazy. And also the Hydra, it's faster, so the max speed is higher. And also we have to keep in mind that the Lazer, you can get it for free at the military base if you really want to use it. So I would say the Hydra is my favorite one, especially because it has the higher max speed. It also has the hover mode, but the Lazer is definitely also very good. So they're very similar, it's just the small differences. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to like, subscribe, check out my Discord in the description, and peace out, you guys.